live?
We're live on the Comic Core. Hi guys, it's Friday. Who else is excited that it's Friday?
I'm excited that it's Friday. Digging in an old box that I found in the attic.
We're definitely going to be going through that box with you, Drew. But let us start with our esteemed panel. The one, the only, the great one, 5-time world champion. He's ready. His horse is not sick tonight. We have my comic dad himself. Something greatest to do with Skylanders of all time. This guy can smack you upside the face with some Sesame Street knowledge. We're talking the great legend.
Man, I tell you. I just gotta play that guitar for that sting first. But Karen, we are packed here to the rafters tonight with 3 live concurrent viewers. And I'm talking, we got in the chat, we got Chris Barrett, the CD, the Cosmic King. He knows the place to be in the comic book community is with the Comic Core, because that's forevermore right there. We got Mr. Gretzky 9966. I've known this guy since 76. Man, he's one of the best you're ever going to see here in the comic book community. Mr. Gretzky, Matt, thanks for showing up tonight. We got StreamYard, man, the duck. I don't give up. But we're glad you're here as well. And, man, Ricky, man, where's my main man, Ricky Markstack? Ricky, Kat, back to you. Tell me if you see Ricky, because sometimes he can get a little tricky.
I will definitely keep an eye out for Ricky. One of the best here in the community for sure. All right, so
that's Red Dead right there.
Back to our glorious panel. We're gonna talk about my brother from another mother. The 100. Are you serious right now? Mark's drinking kombucha, everyone, and he's having issues.
What the is Mark eating?
So Mark stole my kombucha out of the fridge, and he's drinking it, and he's having issues.
It's raw kombucha.
It is raw kombucha. You're welcome. Anywho, Carson.
They say the kombucha mushroom people were sitting around all day.
What the fuck is this?
It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Carson, my dear, how are you? How's this week been?
Oh, it's been a long. Actually, it's been a really quick week, but it feels like a long week. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I want to have a special shout out to not near Matt. Rob Orse is in the chat, and he asked, "Did I get 5 more long boxes in the past couple weeks?" No, this just kind of grows on its own. I don't know where these things come from. I just go to the half price books. They have things for 20 cents that I'll show off here in a little bit, and it's just like it just becomes a mass. So I don't know where these things come from, but here we are. Glad to be here. Thank you, guys.
There you go. All right. And Drew Manchu, everyone's favorite uncle, Drew. They're sitting with a very fantastic combination TV VCR wall mount box full of cards.
He's still trying to figure out how to hang it since 1985.
I tell you what, guys, I found this old box. It's from the TV VCR wall mount from my childhood bedroom. I'm not sure if you guys can see some of what's sitting right here, but this thing is filled to the brim with trading cards. So maybe there's some treasures in here. We'll look through it and see what we can find later.
Okay.
That's all I got, man.
If they're not treasures, we could always play a MFK live on the Comic Core.
Yeah. We could. Would you like to the skiff scene from Return of the Jedi?
We don't do scenes. We do characters.
What about we'll put out Jabba the Hutt? Misa, where's a wonky Chewbacca?
You know what? I'm gonna say it right now. I would marry Jabba the Hutt. Do you want to know why? Because you're gonna live in style. You're gonna live in style if you're married to Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah, you get to wear those
100%. All you gotta do is like high five him occasionally. You don't actually have to consummate that.
I'm gonna stop eating.
Hey guys, aggressively relaxing hopped in the chat.
That's what's up.
So what's up, aggressively relaxing says, so great Superman or the greatest? We're gonna talk about Superman and Lois. We're definitely going to talk about that tonight. We're going to talk about some WandaVision. If you had some visions of Wanda, we're going to talk about that a little bit. Yeah, and then we're going to talk about whatever else suits our fancy.
Yep.
That's true. Tonight, we're also going to be taking a look.
Baba got the money.
Tonight,
that's what it comes down to.
That's one of the things exactly, Kat. Who's got the money? It's the collector's craze. You've seen things on eBay. You've seen cards go for enormous prices. You've seen the Garbage Pail Kids PSA set 9.0 and above, the original 1985, whatever Series 1. Atom Bomb, it's all good. That stuff's $90,000 on eBay. Will people pay that? I don't know. But they are buying a lot of the Marvel cards at the moment. They're buying all kinds of stuff. They're buying Disney VHS tapes with the clamshells, the OG stuff from 83. Damn. God damn. All right. I said damn, Kat. I said damn. Back to you.
I said damn.
So yeah, the nostalgia basically, why is all this stuff happening? What is it? Is it some kind of bubble, or the people are just going crazy? We're going to talk about it later tonight. But first, Kat Wren's got something to say. Because we got Mark BKR, the superstar, wearing the headphones.
Yeah. So,
you're welcome, people.
Drew kept yelling at us.
I can't hear anything now.
Oh my god! What?
Good.
Okay,
Good.
So Drew kept yelling at us about using the same headphones and rah, 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 rah. And he was going to get us a splitter. And I was like, dude, I have several splitters. I don't like using them. I think they're stupid. So yes, we're using a splitter. So I have these headphones in and he has the big headphones in because he thinks those are comfy. And I think these are comfy.
Good. I'm glad you're both comfy. Can you hear me, Mark? Mark, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Mark?
If Annie was here, we would ask her, Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie?
Where's Annie?
Hey, you know what?
Where is she? That's the real question.
You to send her a link.
I sent the link.
Dude, I sent the link.
I put it on the Friday thing.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I did.
We're missing a third of the team.
Chris Barrett has something in the chat, Catrin. He said he liked when you and Mark used your original headphones together because it made you feel as one, as united. Using the same I think he said that somewhere up in the chat. I don't know.
We got Ricky Markstadt in the chat. Founder
hey,
of the
you're
Comic
finally
Discord.
here.
Who
there you go.
or
Hi,
what
Ricky.
is Chronic?
Dude, Ricky, you're finally here, man. What or who is Chronic? The wrestling tag
late
team?
WCW tag team. Yeah. You don't need to know about Chronic.
The other thing. Yeah.
I'm going to go turn on the sun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chris
all right.
will tell you all about it. Catrin, so let's talk Superman and Lois Lane.
Pass.
Oh, you didn't watch it yet?
I didn't watch it yet.
You didn't watch it, didn't you? Didn't you text me and say, "Did you watch it?"
No, that was Annie.
Oh, that was Annie. Okay.
Where's that was the other female on here.
Wow.
She also was the one who came up with it being a property brother. And then I informed her that there were there were already 3
UFOs,
property
Carson,
brothers. That's too bright.
Good
Mark,
God.
turn it off.
No,
Turn it off.
The
I look
Martians
pink.
are
Turn it
coming.
off.
you're just getting a
Martians
suntan.
are
It's
coming.
just fine.
Mark.
Wow.
Chris Barrett,
Thank you.
we're just talking about Chris Barrett. Just
He
stop.
hates me.
Chronic. You guys in the chat, you guys calm down, you young
Voices in.
fellers. Don't do drugs, man. If you want to see what drugs are like, see what happened to Speed.
No.
On the classic Neil
Oh
Adams
my
cover.
gosh, yes.
Arrow, Lantern, whatever.
Maybe Neil Adams.
Speedy, my ward is a junkie. What a junkie ass ward he had, I tell you.
You know what? You shush.
But you know, the Superman.
You trying to tell me Speedy wasn't a junkie?
He was a junkie. But
Right?
you know what? He was a junkie with a heart of gold.
Last time I saw him, he was a zombie being manipulated by a Black Lantern wearing Batman and the pages of Dark Knight's death metal.
He dead now.
And
I'll tell you what.
Comic Spectre is here. Hi.
Whoa,
I haven't seen you in a minute, kid.
Damn, dude. I hope the
How
Spectre's doing good. Sometimes I do see the Spectre out there on the scenes. You still might see him in an auction or two, but it's always good to see the Spectre coming back home to the Comic Corps. That's right, Carson. You know, Superman and Lois Lane, CW, CW, that Arrow universe, whatever you want to call it, I think I love those shows. I don't know. There's just something about them. The only one I haven't really ever gotten into was Supergirl. My wife watched it. She liked it, but I just didn't really ever get into it. I thought the stuff I saw, I thought John should have been John's the alien form most of the time. I thought that would have been the best, but I think this Superman and Lois Lane show did the whole thing justice all around. And I don't want to filibuster because I want to just discuss, but I think it might be the best CW show in town. Carson, what was your thoughts about that Superman and Lois Lane?
Yeah, I thought it was one of the best hours of TV Superman I've seen, and I don't know how long. I'm trying to think of a better episode of Superman that's been on TV, and it's kind of hard to come up with one. I think they knocked it out of the park on the pilot, to be honest. It didn't really have that generic feel that the CW shows have kind of established over the last 10 years with Arrow on up, where it's just kind of get a group of superheroes together and lock them in a room because, budget restraints.
Yeah, true.
It's kind of gotten old with, Arrow and Flash and Legends all in the same set in a huddle for 40 minutes. I'm sure the Superman Lois show, they're going to spend a lot of time on Kent Farm, of course, as you saw in the pilot, where the whole middle of the episode, it takes place in one spot just so they could use the budget for the action scenes on the bookend. But there's some good stuff. It didn't feel like a CW show. It felt more like the HBO Max offering. So I really enjoyed that. I really like the fact, and I said this when they introduced him in Supergirl, I just like this idea of an experienced Superman. He's already fought his whole rogues gallery. He already has all that history. You can kind of fill in the blanks from there however you want. But yeah, I really like how they add this extra wrinkle that he has two kids now, and one of them has these mental issues where he, one's growing up like the preppy and the other one's like the social outcast, basically. So it's a nice wrinkle to the Superman character. It's kind of grown stagnant over the last few years. So my only kind of little nitpick is I want a little bit more Lois. It was more about Superman being a father than, Lois being a mother. And I think one of those moments she was definitely there. It wasn't like she was completely left out. But hopefully, as we go, she earns the and Lois part of that whole title. Yeah, I want to take this time to introduce our other host of the show.
Andy
Banks, what's going on?
Hey guys, how are we? What's up?
We're better now that you're here, Annie, because I know you watched the show.
I love
the boss is here. Andy Banks is here, and Andy Banks. We're talking Superman and Lois Lane
and Property Brothers.
He looks like a Property Brother.
He's always looked like a Property Brother. He's the Teen Wolf. Annie, get it straight.
Hey, you know what? This may actually get my wife to watch the show if you're talking about Property Brothers and the resemblance of the Superman guy who played Superman. But I was going to ask Drew Manchu. Drew, you being such a fan of course, the Super Sons comic, what do you think about that just being him having two sons and that family dynamic mixed in?
Look, I watched the show and I have some things to say, and Carson, you might want to cue up the bumper.
Ricky Marstat's excited you're here, Annie. There she is.
We're all excited that Annie's here, but I'm a little excited, and I might filibuster for just a minute here about this Superman and Lois show. You guys know that Legend is a fan of these CW shows.
Carson, for shame.
Carson, we expect more from you.
Come on.
He's pulling your leg.
You know what? Be a proud Midwesterner and accept that we like DIY TV series. We like shows where they flip
I'm not gonna lie.
houses.
I've seen
we embrace
crazy
our
guy.
HGTV culture in the
You need to figure it out.
You need to get it together, Carson.
I pay the money, $7.99 a month for Discovery Plus with no commercials. My wife loves it. She won't get off the TV. I mean, holy hell, people. What can I say? But I wanted to ask Drew that family dynamic. And before you filibust, I do want to say this. What's great about this show, particularly where the family dynamic, that's what made that Marvel age the Marvel age. I mean, you took those real life situations, how are we going to pay for rent of the Baxter building? How are we going to survive? How are we going to blend in with the other citizens? How are we going to do all this and also save the world at the same time while making, money in an honest way, like Peter did, getting the photos for old Daily Bugle. But I think, Drew, let us know, what do you think about this awesome family dynamic, which DC, that's what.
Look, man, I know,
Marvel
Legend, I know
DC
you love your DC, and I know you love your CW shows, and I, for one, do not care for the CW shows. I think the first season of Arrow, it was about as good as it got. You got some Flash, and then souped it up a little bit, but eventually the budget constraints are going to kill you there, and you're going to end up, like Carson said, with a group of people sitting in a room talking about their problem, and then it happens off screen, and all this dumb shit. And I tell you what, and I really don't like those shows, and Super Sons is something that is close to my heart. I like Jonathan Kent. I love that character. I very much care about that character, and that being said, I loved this show. I thought it was fantastic. I thought that I thought that the casting of Superman was fantastic. That guy, he has this goofy farm boy sensibility to him, but also has this, when he's in the suit, has the heroic stature as well. And I think that really pulls it off. I think that when you split the Jonathan Kent character into two adolescent characters with kind of different stories, it gives you an opportunity to kind of explore Superman as a father from a different angle. And that's what I really loved about the Tomasi run, was him as a father and him learning how to raise his sons. And I think this adds a different wrinkle and a different dynamic. It's clearly a TV universe. We've done the whole crisis thing. This is not your standard Superman story. So I think that this being an alternate universe also gives us a chance to play around with that as well. Thought Lois was great. Where she got the chance to shine, she did. Thought making Jordan more analytical, more like his mother, was a fun little nod there, and I think we'll see more of that as the story progresses. But overall, man, costumes were great. The action was great. The CG was great. The acting was above bar for a CW affair. Really great pilot, man. Let's see if they can keep this thing rolling.
Well, you know what? Guess what? This place is going bananas. We are just, people are hanging from the rafters, Carson. We got so many people in the chat right now, but I want to see what Annie Banks has to say. Annie the Boss Banks, the youngest reviewer ever on RottenTomatoes.com. One of the best you're ever going to see.
Very true.
God dang, I'm so glad you're a part of the Comic Core family. So Annie Banks,
I love being here. I got to say, one of the highlights of my past year has been welcomed into the Comic Core family, and it's really nice to have a core group of just wonderful people. I love you all so much. You guys make my life so much easier.
Woo, we love Annie Banks. Yeah.
Superman and Lois. I watched it yesterday because I felt peer pressured, and I don't know why I put it off for so long. I'm not a big Superman fan, and that's my thing. I'm not a big Lois fan. As a female journalist, I really wanted to be more recognized by Lois Lane. And I just think that the way that she's portrayed, she's really stiff, she's very stoic, she's very analytical. And there's not a lot of, she's very rigid in her character. However, I really do like how this is taking out an all-American feel. I think that it really embraces Clark and his family and how they wanted to branch off from that instead of being another reboot, another origin story, another, something we've seen before and we really don't need to see before. I really like how the CW prefaced Lois and Clark meeting originally, so we didn't have to kind of sit through that and go, okay, we know the story, we know how this is, Daily Planet, blah, blah, blah. And I really do like how cinematic this show is. For CW, where they have struggled to uphold their CG and their animations and their technical effects to the point where it seems almost laughable. It's really, it is very nice to see a change of pace and see a big screen, very cinematic quality that they're using behind this. There are some scenes where I'm like, okay, that doesn't really match up, or the editing is a little bit weird here. But for a CW show, this is definitely taking it a step in a new direction. And for the series, it's really interesting to see, especially with such a contrast between the Super Sons. I really do think that there's strength within these contrasts and just how everything is piecing together. I kind of want to know a little bit more about this girl that we have Jordan being interested in, and how she is so concerned about her image and how she's so nervous about being seen as like someone who's on medication for something or has all this trauma. And she turns to Jordan because she recognizes that he is pretty screwed up, with his, he has a lot of issues. He's got that severe anxiety going on, and they really make that well known, which is kind of weird in a way. They kind of stigmatize it. I wasn't too thrilled about that.
Social anxiety. That's right.
That's right. And they kept saying it like it was like the big bad. I was like, well, it's not a big bad, but okay. It is, however, a very interesting pitfall for a central character to have. And it's becoming more mainstreamed instead of more taboo. The writing was fine. I think everything is coherent. There's a successful flow. Interesting way that they're addressing the plot, especially making the farm the central focus instead of Lois and Clark's relationship. I think that's a different point of view that they're deciding to go with. And I like that more. I like that better than being like, here are our main characters. And we know who these people are and you're familiar with them, but we're going to show you again, It's not very spoon-fed. I think it's for an audience that's looking for a more mature, emotional, sober Superman. I was going to say Spider-Man for a second. Superman. Okay.
Oh, that's awesome. Kat Wren, you and Annie host one of the best shows on Sunday night where y'all review some of those kick-ass horror movies.
Mark's there too.
The movie we're going to be watching.
And Mark is also there. Mark, oh, by the way, let's zoom in on Mark real quick.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
What are you eating, dude? And how do you do that? You're eating with chopsticks. Wow. Dude. Bring it up
so
to the
authentic.
Camera. How do you do it, dude? How do you do it?
With what are we eating?
Dude, he gets so mad at me for not using chopsticks.
You're really good at using chopsticks, but I could put more in my mouth if I use a fork. I want
Mark, tell him what you're eating.
What am I eating?
Yeah.
Stir-fried rice, crab ragout, and that's it.
That sounds good.
Oh, yeah, we had Chinese for dinner. It's really good.
I got Chinese from last night.
That's right.
I'm going to have some of that later.
And he's drinking my kombucha.
Oh my god, the kombucha I was making fun of.
He stole my kombucha out of the fridge and he's been drinking it.
That's awesome.
It's alive.
It is alive.
It is alive.
It is alive.
You're consuming.
So before we go on to the next thing, this Sunday, just shameless plug, we will be reviewing Mark's choice.
You're welcome.
Dude Bro Party Massacre 3. I said it correctly, right?
That's this Sunday. Good. That'll be a good
one.
Yes.
Oh my god.
That's
Mark,
the link you dropped in the
full
chat. So that's going to
transparency
take
here.
you
We were
straight
kind
to
of
that
hoping
show.
you didn't find it.
We were gonna watch
found it for
Slumber
free.
Party Massacre 2 instead.
We're holding out for
Mark ruins the show
something.
again.
I know. It was gonna be Driller Killers.
Oh,
Let me know.
No, actually, this
Are you gonna
is
watch
this
it?
is even like a couple steps crazier than Trauma.
it's
Wow.
bad.
It's
It's so bad.
it's
We
something.
tasked Mark with finding something very bad, and I think he hit his mark. I think he's giving us just what we want to see.
I think Mark's winning this season of Is It That Bad with picking
think he
the worst
is.
film. I think this film might actually end up being worse than Thanksgiving was.
No, this is like
If
way
it's worse than Thanksgiving,
It's worse
This
than
Sunday.
Thanksgiving.
This Sunday, will you
Oh
be
my God.
doing a watch along, or will it just be a review?
It'll just be a review because I don't want to get a strike against the channel.
that's right. That
Oh,
could
that's
be
true.
the
Issue.
right?
You know, I would just say like open it up in another window, and the camera would still be on y'all. You know, it wouldn't be on the movie, but you wouldn't want
But
the
that is something,
audio to come in though. You don't.
That
want
is
the audio to
something
come in.
neat we could talk about doing on a Sunday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd
well-
be down for that.
If you want
You
to
can
put a
always play it
link
on
in
the app.
that,
Put it on your tablet or your phone, and you know you could watch
And do
that
like
way.
a
Just make sure
live
you get that
commentary.
thumbnail of you
Put
guys
a live
reacting
reaction.
At
while-
some point,
I can
yeah.
do a live
Now.
reaction.
You gotta have the
Dude,
thumbnail for the reaction.
Carson's pointing to the screen, and I think he's ready for the next topic, Kat. And what do you? What? Let me talk a little bit real quick.
Legend,
This
can I
topic-
throw on a topic before
Oh,
you get a
before.
topic
Oh,
in?
that's right. You said WandaVision.
No, I want to talk about something else before we
Wanda?
move on from Superman.
Okay.
Hold on,
Okay,
make
this
sure I
is
can.
so good. All right, let's hear it, Drew.
Get this
All
man
right,
on the big
announced-
screen, baby.
Announced today, right? There is going to be a Superman movie reboot, and the script is being penned by Ta-Nehisi Coates, which lends us to believe
23.
that we're going to be getting a person of color in the role. What do you
Thank
guys
God.
think about a
Yes.
new Superman movie, and who would you cast in the role?
Carson, guess what? Carson's one of the best Superman fans. You know, you want to know about the Earth 23 Superman? Well, you can ask Carson because he has the books, he has the looks, he knows what it's all about across the land, and he loves his goddamn Superman.
Yeah, I mean, people have been talking about getting Michael B. Jordan in that role for years as
People be talking.
Earth 23 Superman from
Talking
Action
about
Comics
people.
#9 legend from Grant Morrison run.
That's right, it was. And you know,
And
I
some
don't
Final
have
Crisis.
that. You know, fuck it. Let me know. I'm gonna get that 9.8'd. You know I ain't a
Well, I got that
spec
right.
guy or whatever, but I love diversity in comics, and it's about damn time we see someone else that could be the best with that letter S. And there's no place better to be than from Earth 23.
People be
Carson-
talking about this Michael B. Jordan. First of all, he ain't no Michael Jordan. Can't just call yourself. I couldn't just call myself Vincent B. McMahon. Like
Kids,
that's
the mom
you can't
named
do
it,
that.
didn't it? The mom and dad named the
Uh-huh.
kid Michael
I
B.
don't
Jordan.
I don't know how that works, but
Somewhere
I
out
do
there, there's
know.
a Drew B. Manchu.
I do know this. I'm not a fan
That's what-
of the Michael B. Jordan. You know why? Because
Oh
he's the
my
guy
God.
who ruined Friday Night Lights, and
What?
I'm all about Tim Riggins. Tim Riggins for president, bro.
Bro.
What?
Wow, that's quite the leap there. To say
Well,
he
you
ruined-
know what?
There was plenty wrong by that point. and it
I would
wasn't Michael
rather
B.
watch
Jordan's
Tim
fault at all.
Riggins be Superman.
I would rather have.
Wow.
I would if Jamie Foxx was. I don't know. Do you think Jamie Foxx Carson at his age right now, and he did such as well? If they did Earth 23 Superman, where that Superman was their president, could Jamie Foxx do that role? How old is Jamie Foxx? I mean,
He's
he looks.
up there. I mean,
He's too old.
Yeah, he's
You think
probably
he
a little
looks
too
old?
old.
He's
Or if they're
too
thinking
old.
more than one movie, like they got to get someone slightly younger to franchise the thing. Obviously,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
got to be at least 30s maximum.
You know what?
I
How
agree.
about The Glover kid who played Lando Calrissian in the
Donald Glover.
I don't see Donald Glover as a Superman, but you know what? They
might be able to get buff. He might be able to get buff. Drew.
I think who could get buff and play that role was Denzel's kid, the one that was in Tenet. I think that guy is a hell of an actor. And if you're going for that what's his name, something Zor-El or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Drew,
Val Zod. If you're going for the Val Zod character, I think that's one that you could do that with.
Drew, do you have that comic, that first appearance, the Grant Morrison Action Comics number 9, right?
Do not know. I do not know. I might have it in the collection in there somewhere.
I personally, I agree with not near mint. Because James Earl Jones, 100% Mufasa.
Vader?
One more time, baby. One more time.
Mufasa.
I know
that's a pretty interesting Jor-El pick right there, Rob.
Mufasa.
Hey, I was going to ask you, Carson. There's another awesome epic cover that I love. Gosh, I don't know. I don't think I ever had it. Maybe if I did it, I probably sold it or something. But I need to look. That one where it's Earth 23 Superman, and I think he's like doing the whole shirt thing.
Yeah, he's tearing his shirt off, yeah.
Dude, you've got that one too, probably.
It's the same cover. It's that action. I'll just go grab it real quick. I'll be right back.
And that's the first appearance? Is that the official first appearance?
I think it's the first full appearance. Like, I think there's like 5. It's either Final Crisis 6 or Final Crisis 7. Like, he's in part of that one too, and then you go into the New 52 stuff. So Final Crisis definitely took place before the New 52. So
I may still, I know I probably sold the Supermans, but dude, Carson, go get number 9. I think I still have my copy as well.
Well, Carson goes ahead and scoops that.
I'm going to go get mine too, Drew and Kat and Annie. I'll be right back.
Look.
All right.
Oh,
all right.
You make yourself a big screen. You made yourself a big screen. Okay, I see how it is. He made himself the big screen before he left.
Gentlemen go and get their spec book first appearances.
Almost show some underwear.
Val Zod. Let's talk about another show that is bringing spec book appearances to an all new high right now. That being the WandaVision. Yes. You guys like that Vision? You like that Wanda? God. You like that Catherine Hahn, who is absolutely on fire on the latest episode? And we get that we're getting these mid-credit sequences now.
Yep.
For each episode.
Now, did you see today's episode?
Oh yeah.
Did.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Are you up to date, Annie?
I am. That's why I wanted to confirm that you're up to date, because
let's go ahead and get the spoilers out there, gang. I think
if
that
Catherine Hahn doesn't win an Emmy for this, like a daytime television Emmy for this. What?
Yeah, I think she's definitely going to get an Emmy, at least a nod. She's going to get.
Her.
I think she's going to be great, and then you get the White Vision from West Coast Avengers 45.
Oh my god!
So that book is on fire right now. If you guys are wondering why eBay is run amok with that book, and you haven't watched the WandaVision, this is where the WandaVision is starting to get really, really exciting. It starts off kind of weird. A lot of people were like on the fence. This is, a little bit too weird. We don't know what's up with this TV gimmick. This episode answers that question pretty handily, and takes all the pieces that we've been given so far, compiles them into a nice little pile, and we get a lot of real good reveals. So I'm really digging it. I thought it was fantastic. And Near Mint in the chat, man, said made a $5 book from last week worth over $100 today. PMC in the chat, never in a million years did I ever think West Coast Avengers be worth anything. Dude, they're gonna go deep, and I think we're gonna get a lot of stuff from that West Coast Avengers run. I know that's an era of Marvel that Feige is a big fan of. That's when he was growing up reading books. So he loves all that inter-Avenger drama that goes on the West Coast. He loves Hawkeye as well. So I think we'll get some Hawkeye stuff in the series. with maybe some West Coast Avengers stuff in there. We'll see what happens, man. I think that there's going to be a lot of good deep dives, and keep your eyes on those dollar bins for some books that
speaking of keeping
might have been overlooked.
Keeping your eyes on the prize, Carson. Let's see what you got, my friend.
All right, Legend. So I dug out those books you wanted. I believe Calvin Ellis's first, I think it's technically a cameo appearance is what it's classified as, Final Crisis 7. So here's both covers for Final Crisis 7. You got the preferable J.G. Jones.
Guacamole.
And then here is the Doug Mankey, I believe, did this cover as well.
I need both of those in 9/8.
So I think he appears kind of like in one of these bubbles on that. And then the one you're familiar with, the one where they really gave him his own story and time to breathe, is Action Comics number 9, which you can still find easily, as you can see in dollar bins there. So this is probably the one you want out of all those. This is the most infamous.
That's that story, Carson, and that's why I love Grant Morrison.
Oh yeah,
he's going to take you for a ride, and I'm talking Marvel versus Capcom 2. Hell yeah, Drew, you remember? But here we go again. I was getting this run. If you go back in time on the Great Legend show on the Rewind, look for the Great Legend. He has a video called the new 52 review. Action Comics, Great Legends, New 52 reviews, and I did the Action Comics 1 through 12, or I did the whole thing. And dude, one of the best series ever. Let me try to get some better lighting, but that's my copy, man. And I was so excited. Not only was Action Comics a great, kind of reboot origin to the Superman's character, but it had one of the best damn long-term storylines. And that was all because it was Grant Morrison, Cat Wren, we were talking earlier, so many good things, we remember growing up with, the nostalgia of all the cool collectible items that maybe we weren't able to collect at the time due to money constraints because we were young kids or whatnot. But right now, all of us that were kids back then, we are adults. We're working 40-hour-a-week jobs. We're paying bills. But Mark, don't laugh about
40 hours seems pretty good.
Mark does 70. He's just laughing because he does 70 in a week.
40 hours is a vacation.
Brother, yeah, so Mark, bless his heart, he's working 80 hours a week.
He's got that GM.
Just getting screwed and tattooed, black and blue. Don't matter if he's Jake the Snake or Rick Rude. But we're bringing it to you live, uncensored, rhyming on the fly because I'm that kind of guy. And tonight we're talking nostalgia and the collector's craziness. Collector's craziness around the land. These Impel Marvel cards, the sports cards are going up, the comics are going up, all the collectibles. And I was saying to Carson, 2020 was such a shitty year that the generations, the baby boomers, the Generation Xers, the millennials, even the little Zs or whatever they're called, they've never experienced stuff like we've experienced. Last week, the state of Texas, crazy ass freeze. It was like a damn tundra. People were losing power hour after hour and nothing stopped. You couldn't even get a hot shower. Everyone's jaw dropped. But man, let me explain that the old school generation, the one pre-baby boomers, World War I, World War II, they'd seen the bad shit, but we now are entering the bad shit. So people want to go back in time on their own rewind and get what they couldn't get and get what they couldn't see. Now they want that to be a part of their heart, and that's just a great way for a collector to start. Cat Wren, what do you think about this collector craze, and do you have any objects you want to show today?
I have a bedroom full of it.
Oh shit, that's me. Sorry. Didn't mean to hog the spotlight there.
So I fully agree that nostalgia is hard, especially as an adult.
Whoa, agree, and especially that's a great rhyme. Good stuff.
You're 100% like you grow up and you have your toys, you have things that mean something to you. Like this is something that like, hey, this is where I learned this. This is where I grew this love of this. And as you grow up, I know me, for example, my mom made me get rid of a lot of those stuff just because it took up a lot of space. You know, you're getting older. You don't need toys around. Da da da. Totally, I understand that. But now, as an adult, I feel the need to bring that back into my house and back into my life. So, I know. I've been filtering out a few things that I was missing in my childhood, including something that I just got recently. So this is
Land Before Time.
Yes, Land Before Time, love. So this is Chompers plushie from Land Before Time.
Chompers.
This is 1996's plush for Chomper.
Mm-hmm.
I would have killed for one of these as a kid, but I never actually got one. So now, as a 20-something-year-old grown woman, I own one, and I'm very, very happy about it. 20-something.
Did you ever own the Pizza
We're
Hut
not going with... I did own most of the Pizza Hut puppets. I never owned the Sharptooth. I always wanted the Sharptooth, but I never got the Sharptooth.
I had the Stegosaurus
however,
cat. Who was the Stegosaurus
Spike.
again?
That was
Spike.
Spike.
He always looked so sleepy and stuff. I had him.
He was like
he was
the
for the
goofy
culture.
one.
It was from Pizza Hut. Man. Pizza Hut, love that cheese on that pizza.
Dude, my dog ate those. Wishbone the
Pizza
dog.
or the toppers?
No, the little puppets, the little hand puppets. Yes, my dog was named Wishbone after What's the Story Wishbone. He was not a Jack Russell Terrier by any stretch of the imagination, but I thought Wishbone was perfect, so we're going with Wishbone.
You know what else is perfect? Cat Ren figures.
What's that?
Perfect.
No, but so
But
other
you're not Kurt Hennig though. Oh, sorry.
No,
Kat,
that was
Henning's
she's
a
Mrs.
wrestler,
Perfect.
Sorry. Oh yeah.
I don't know who Kurt Hennig is.
Oh,
he's my perfect friend.
He's gone too
sorry.
soon.
He's a Mr. Perfect. He's my perfect friend.
Continuing with my nostalgia haul for this.
Carson's enjoying it.
Carson's
Hey,
chair, clearly.
Carson
This is very nostalgic.
Hey, Carson cares about your haul as much as Chad does.
I know, right? Just my feelings, Carson. It's just my feelings. All right. So this was a glaring hole in my Starfire collection. So Teen Titans from the original animated series from the mid 2000s.
Starfire's glaring.
I love her. Shut up. Shut up.
Starfire is one of Cat Ren's figures.
This is my girl. I was
I
very,
pop
very
the kids. That's all that matters to me.
You know what? Shush. Okay, I'm going to continue on with something that Drew was excited about when I showed
I'm
him.
always excited.
Come on, Drew. Give her a chance to show this thing. This is awesome.
So, Dino Riders love. A little bit of Dino Riders.
Look at his foot. His foot was moving. His foot was
yeah,
moving.
he walks. He's supposed to be able to walk and everything. So stop.
You're gonna break him.
He's from the 80s. Stop. This thing's older than I am.
Yes. And
So typically the Dino Riders came with like all this like crazy armor and everything. I don't have the armor, but I was able to finagle a deal with a seller on Macari for a bunch of the just random dinosaurs without the armor. He sold me all these for like $15 shipped without the armor, which I was excited about. I was like, oh hell yeah.
I have an idea.
100% for that.
We have aluminum foil.
Make yourself a hat, Mark.
I was say, you might need
Mark, do you want to show them? Do you want to show them what your big haul is right now that you're really excited about? That you literally just went into the other room to go get?
Look at that thing.
That's actually pretty cool, Mark. I'm not gonna lie.
This is so cool. It actually connects to
Sweet Ghetto Blaster.
Bluetooth connected.
Oh, it's Bluetooth? Oh,
it's
man.
Bluetooth
That's
enabled.
dope. That's dope, man.
That's our new baby.
Connecticut Comics.
You still got tapes? You got tapes, audio cassettes?
I have to dig them out.
Yeah, that's
I'm
so
sure
cool.
they're in a
I
tub
still
somewhere.
got a couple of mine, but wow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Dude, sweet
Doll.
story about those Dino Riders, right? That
The long
Brontosaurus, right? It's good. You call it a long neck. It
The
was called a
long neck.
Brontosaurus because back then a Brontosaurus was still a thing, right? It's not a real dinosaur, but it was labeled.
is.
No, it is not a
No, it's not.
brachiosaur.
You know
A
what else is a
Brontosaurus
thing?
is not a real
Sweet
dinosaur.
Blaster.
Brontosaurus
Yeah.
is Brontosaurus.
Sweet Blaster.
A Brontosaurus is a long neck. Okay, Littlefoot was
Yeah.
a long neck. Don't go hating on Littlefoot. You start hating on Littlefoot.
No.
Annie Banks
I'm
and
not
I
hating.
are gonna mess you up.
I'm not hating. Do me a
I'm
favor
gonna-
when
I'm gonna
the
show
stream
you
is over
exactly-
and look up Brontosaurus. A Brontosaurus
No.
is not actually a dinosaur. It's
I'm gonna put
two
it
dinosaurs
in the
put
private
together.
chat.
Hey,
And
wait,
what you're
is,
gonna do is look at this link where it says
Is
Brontosaurus
Pluto-
is a dinosaur.
wait a sec. Is Pluto still a planet?
Yes.
I
Pluto is
Yes.
not a planet, but they're trying
You
to
know
make it a
what?
planet again.
Shush.
I know.
Okay. Wha-
sauropod dinosaur.
Why are you picking on Pluto? Pluto was not involved in this conversation, Drew. You leave my little baby
Classification.
Pluto
It's actually
alone.
not a planet anymore.
Sweet Jesus, this one's so far off the rails.
And then we're gonna talk about the squadropods.
Yes,
or
we are.
classic
Yes, we
dinosaur.
are. Dude, Sarah was mean. Comics Misexplained. She was mean. Dude, okay. All right. Just completely random off subject. If you rewatch all of the Land Before Time movies, one of the biggest themes throughout is racism. Racism among dinosaurs.
That's
And
true.
Sarah is a racist.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah, that
Excuse me?
little thing-
If you rewatch the Land Before Time movies and tell me that Sarah the Triceratops and her dad are not racist.
They got a little frisky there. Didn't they?
Craziness.
Do-do-do-do.
He's having his fun. Look at him
I
go.
am
There
having
you
a-
go.
Look at old Mumra.
Yeah, look at Mikey.
I didn't know
He's hey, Mikey.
Oh,
This is
Mumra.
Thundercats.
Speaking of
Carson
hauls, can I
always
tell you
knew
that I got a
Lino.
haul from Cat Ren Figures?
There you go.
Speaking of hauls, I got stuff from Cat
Oh,
Ren.
okay. Annie has a haul, everyone.
I have a haul. Hold on.
Oh,
We're gonna be watching Annie's haul here in a
two
second.
Mumras.
All the Mumras.
Cool, Andy. I have it for you.
Racist ass dinosaur.
A good ledge.
Cat, and I'm super excited about
Yeah,
it. because
Skeletor.
nobody's ever done something like this
Wait.
before.
Did the cat survive?
Skeletor.
Can't survive.
You bumbling fool, He-Man.
Did the cat survive?
He-Man. Is there a dead
Okay.
cat in the box, little Annie Banks?
Hashtag classic.
classic.
I think someone in the comments mention something about finding Funko Pops? Because I got a Cheshire cat.
Whoa.
There you go.
Just a
I've
cat.
never he's fun. He's
Just a cat.
eclectic. He's a
He's
hot
Jeshy.
chocolate,
He's Jeshy. I love him.
super cute. Mugs. I love mugs. I can
I
always
was-
use them.
There's a topper in it for
There's a
it.
topper in
There's
there
a
somewhere.
topper. It's like Christmas morning. Here
What
it
did
is.
you-
This little mug cover. So
There you
cute.
Don't break it now.
She breaks her two toys.
Did you really mail her bag?
So I can horrify everyone in this
packing
house.
material so it didn't break.
My boy,
Every-
Jerry Seinfeld, because I would lay down my life for Larry David.
Whoa, these people.
I don't know why we haven't watched Lord of the Rings.
I
yet,
know.
But
Lord of the Rings
I have
doesn't suck.
Arvin Goblet. Before I left the dorms, my roommate was super into the Lord of the Rings musical. And she made
Wait, there's a musical?
there is a musical. It's actually pretty good. And then I have a little toy chick back here. And with the Pokemon reboot, I think it's super appropriate that I keep them around.
All the
But
toy
yeah,
shows.
there is a Lord of the Rings musical. It ran in the early 2000s. It's very English. It's pretty good for a mid 2000s musical. But yeah, that's my cat run haul. And she told me, oh my god, wait! She also sent me the Snot Girl comics, the 2 volumes of the Snot Girl comics, which are super very niche and cliche. I really like. Lottie is just a really nice spinning image of a influencer in modern day. I think it hits my target demographic really nicely. Very compelling story, very interesting story. There's a lot going on in this girl's life. It's just really interesting, and it keeps you moving through that book.
Hey, is that her address?
She's a hot mess, and I love
I'm
her.
kidding.
No. Hey, guys, if you want to see where if they live.
Do you want to see where they live? It's right here.
If you'd like to know where I live, please don't.
Please don't know. Please
don't regard.
Don't try to know.
Cameraman Barrett.
Man.
That's the booba.
You know, it's actually really funny how fast that package made it to you.
Yes, that got to you quick.
You guys want to know what was in that?
I shipped it Saturday morning.
Really?
Like first thing Saturday morning when they opened.
It got here.
That's my day off.
Well, thank you. Again, I know I said something to you already, but again, thank you.
You guys want to know what was in that TV mount box?
Squirrel.
Yeah, we do.
Squirrel.
There's a dead squirrel in there.
Binders.
Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Drew's got some.
Another binder.
What's in the binders?
Now, before we get into the binders, I've been showing off some of these. This is a really sweet Wolverine Sabertooth color foil card. It's in a protector. It's from the Marvel Masterpiece in celebrating their first encounter. And Uncanny X-Men 212. Really dope card. I got this X-Men animated series Cell card with Gambit. That was pretty dope. A whole bunch of the I feel like it's at least all of the Marvel Masterpiece Flare cards.
The foils that's like
not Flare 94s. All the foil cards. I got so we see all of this style. I think I have the whole deal. Yep. 2 years worth sitting here. You guys you
got to go through those, man, and see, because those things currently on the eBay market, they're selling for pretty high prices. People want to go back in time and collect that stuff. Now tell us about that.
X-Men Pogs, bro.
Wow, is that synchronicity, Cat? What were we talking about?
We were talking about Pogs in the off air.
In the off air, we were.
I've never actually seen a Pog.
93 Marvel Masterpiece run. Damn, the whole deal, man.
You remember years ago on Blast It or Stash It, we talked about these cards way back when, and it may have been an off air, but you were so kind to show me those kick-ass cards in those notebooks, man. But
there's a comic in here.
Show the people, man. Show the people this comic, man. What kind of comic is it? Is it a collectible?
What conditions it in? What conditions it in?
I think it's in a sealed poly bag.
Deadpool card on the back, maybe the $5,000 card.
It's not that, but it is pretty cool. Let's see if I can get it out of this old ass sleeve. Oh, ew, it's sticky.
Is it that good?
It's it's still in a poly bag, in a sealed poly bag, and then it's in a poly sleeve that has been in an attic for a while. So it's got that dirty poly suction cup kind of deal to it. This is it's a sealed Rogan Gambit X-Men #1 Pizza Hut comic.
Wow.
There you go. Synchronicity. You were just talking about Pizza Hut.
That's true too. And I know Carson's a big fan of that kick-ass pizza that he got from the Hut. Isn't that right, Carson?
You guys can tell I'm a Gambit mark because I got a whole page of Gambit cards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
back then, dude, right when Gambit came out and he was in the X-Men animated series, Gambit was hot, was he not, Drew?
Yeah, man. I got a really fucked up Rick Sutcliffe Orioles baseball card. Yeah. Oh, Carson. This one. You'd be a fan of this one, my buddy. Got some
Don't bend it, pulling it out.
No.
Whoa. Whoa.
It's in a protector in this
I'm
thing.
talking about the cards, Mark. I'm talking about the cards.
I know,
Don't get
but
too
whoa.
excited. All right, look at that. Oh, there it is, Carson.
Very nice.
Oh, why has a
Oh,
Bloodlines
Kurgans.
logo on it? That's a sweet card.
Yeah, I got
Kinda
Hey,
remember
look
that,
at Comic
actually.
Spectre. Here's something again we talked about tonight. We actually, we called Spaceballs Pizza the Hut. So, man, people are reading our minds. And look at those
X-Men
freaking
Series
awesome.
2.
Oh, the X-Men ones, fans in the chat. The X-Men cards are highly sought after. And you never know when Drew Manchu could possibly be selling these comics, or not comics, but these cards in an auction near you. So what you need to do, you need to make sure you go over to his channel, make sure you subscribe to him on YouTube, IG, follow him everywhere in the community, because you know the place to be. And if I was you and you were me, and if I was you, I would subscribe to Drew Manchu.
The back of these cards was was basically my Marvel encyclopedia. You read the back of these cards, and it kind of gave you the keys to put together the stories you didn't have a chance to read.
First appearances, kick-ass storylines. It's true. You only get them here from Drew Manchu.
Black Tom, Arcade.
Oh, Black Tom, yeah. I love it because these are those classic characters from the cartoon. So even if you weren't into the comics, a lot of people would first, watch the cartoons.
Battles.
They, like, for sports cards collectors,
The bad
Drew,
guys.
I had some baseball cards, I had basketball cards, I had football cards. But when I went down to Lone Star Comics with my buddy Todd Walker back when I was freaking 6th grade, I saw those cards. I was like, I'm going to get a couple of those. And I got me some of those Marvel Impel cards.
I love these cards to come together. Like this one's really dope to me. The one at the top.
Got you put them together.
No, wrong way.
It's like a diorama, All
right, the X-Men and Magneto and the Acolytes, all on the same cards.
And it's made perfect for the 3-ring binder.
Yeah, man, it's a great display.
9 sleeves in there. Dude, cards are classic. So is that red straw. What you drinking tonight? Is it the last call?
Oh man, I had a
keep coming
cocktail.
as the man keeps drumming. The rhythm is here, and you know what? Keep flipping through those pages. I want to go to Annie Banks. Annie the Boss Banks, tell us about some of your kick-ass things you got to show. You already showed something.
Yeah, he did. Maybe, legend. Maybe we should go to Carson, because Carson has the whole outline of figures lined up. There you go, Carson.
I don't know if our pal
Luke.
Hey,
use the
Carson.
ball. Jar.
First friend Jar Jar, he's waving at you.
He's a redhead.
Nope, here comes the Blood. And for some reason, Stormtrooper. There's some Star Wars.
Okay, you know what? Carson's not allowed to talk anymore because he brought Jeff.
What kind of Batman is that?
I believe there's
Like,
various Batman.
What kind of yellow ass, not stealth at all Batman is that?
Kilmer Batman.
Hey, put your hand behind him, man. Shield him so it gets that nice one. Oh, yeah.
That's better. Yeah, that's better.
No,
that-
that's not really that much
that
better.
Batman?
Not really. It's kind of
I love that thing, though. Riddle me this, Carson.
my favorite one earlier was still Colonel Guile.
Guile.
Okay.
Street Fighter, the movie.
You've got Guile. You've got Guile.
There's April.
April.
Oh, there she be.
Random turtle gimmicks. There's like a gimmick for every turtle. There's like boxing Leonardo.
Oh, there was. Yeah, like the Rock'em Sock'em boxing.
Astronaut Raphael.
I got Astronaut Raphael.
Can't have Astronaut Raphael without Astronaut Donnie.
Donnie.
Donnie
Look
right
at those Donnie's teeth there.
We got Wrestler Mikey.
I had that one.
Yeah, I like this one. We got Superhero Donnie, which I think NECA may be remaking this one.
Dude, I have that in the studio.
Nice. I really like this figure.
I legit have that.
And then, of course, weird demon clown Michelangelo.
That's
Ooh,
creepy,
that's
and I
freaky,
kind of want it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Maybe Carson
Random, I
will
think
send it to you.
A Battle of the Planets
No.
character here for some reason.
That's a Voltron.
It's Voltron. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That
the
one I
red.
think was my
Is that the
brother's.
red or the orange?
Yeah, that's
guy?
red.
Yeah, Red's the leader guy.
Yeah.
Rock with a $10,000 T-shirt, I believe. Another Rock with his $10,000 vest.
You know why he wore the
Awful
T-shirt,
face
Carson?
sculpt.
That is a goofy face.
I know, it's awful.
So wait, that's the Rock?
Undertaker.
Is that
Yeah,
supposed to be
somehow
the...
that was the Rock.
How is that the Rock? He's missing
He's-
the eyebrow.
He's like the Scorpion King
Battle
Rock.
If he can't
Oh, yeah.
deliver the people's eyebrow, then he is no longer
You
the
need
Rock.
the eyebrow.
damage,
If there's no eyebrow,
mullet,
he's not the Rock.
Superman.
Whoa.
Carson, can you show
Mullet
that
Superman.
figure, the Rock with the shirt on?
Oh yeah, he's at least got the $5,000 shades
Yeah.
too.
Whenever he was wearing the
There he is.
shirt where you couldn't see his chest, the Rock had to get some of this reductive surgery done because a lot of the Samoan wrestlers, they have,
Titties.
yeah, those kind of big chests there. So, yeah. So that's why
Yeah,
Rock
to
had to
get
wear
his
that
boobs
shirt.
done.
No,
for a
look,
while.
he does have the eyebrow.
Okay. So what you're telling me now is the Rock had boobs when he first got started.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
The
did.
Uncle Owen there. before
He's
he
got
was-
pecs now.
Uncle Owen.
I'm pretty sure Roman
We're
Reigns.
going
had
to
the
Tashi
same
Station
shirt.
and get some power
Arctic
converters.
Batman, so he can fight Mr. Freeze.
Batman.
Yeah, Mr. Freeze was classic.
Oh yeah,
Carson,
and there's
remember?
Stormtrooper Luke as well. I think he came with the board game, some sort.
Himbo.
I don't know. I don't have a lot of the originals, but I at least got the Power of the Force stuff. It's nearly worthless. Sergeant Leonardo.
Sergeant
It's
Rock
like-
style.
Carson
No.
should come out with his own robot chicken.
No Mask Vader.
Yes.
Ooh, there he is.
Oh,
the masked man. We
yes.
talked
First
about
run
unmasking
Splinter, I need a
tonight.
little G, but he's got the squishy head.
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah,
I got
I
actually
remember
some
I
of the
got
other
him.
first runs here. I
Father
got-
of the Year.
This is my original Leonardo here. He's got the squishy head. Of course, I chewed on him because I was a dumb kid. And then there's Raphael. He's barely holding together. He needs
You
his
had to
belt.
test it, Carson. You had to test
And
it.
then here's Stone Cold Steve Austin giving that bebop a
Damn.
stunner. What?
Bam.
And we got brother. I got magnetic hands, dude. Got Hollywood Hogan.
Well, don't get him too close to the camera then.
Yeah. And then
Banging and
Turtles
banging.
3, Mikey. There you go.
Yeah, Turtles 3.
Yeah, cameraman.
DJ Mikey.
So the guy in the black shirt's the cameraman.
Yeah, I think that's supposed to be the cameraman, but I learned from watching the Matt Cardona podcast, they have a referee that's the exact same character, and they just painted his shirt in stripes. But this was a cameraman. He came with like an accessory kit.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's fun. And you like this one, Ledge. I know that.
Kane, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Just a great storyline, a Bruce Pritchard invention.
And we'll
It's really
finish off.
damn good.
One of my favorite figures in my entire collection. Good old Lion. He doesn't stand too well on his own, so I keep him stored in this box for now. But
Mhm.
yeah, he if I tried to put him in the background, he would just fall over like once I turn the lights out.
Lionel was so cool, man.
I need that Eye of Thunder though. But I'm getting the Super 7 one at the end of the year, so I'm looking forward to that.
Mhm. I know you got a lot of turtles. Oh, there's Skeletor. You know what? I got to show something before we get back to Drew Manchu, Cat. I want to show you
Hey.
something. You're gonna love these. These are my top 3 Funko Pops. I don't know if it's like the most expensive ones. You know, a lot of people want the stuff that's really high value. I want the stuff that is my favorite characters. So my most coolest, favoritist, awesomest Marvel. Drew, you're gonna love it. Marvel. In one of those protectors here. It's in one of these
Ooh.
protectors.
You got a cased up Funko Pop?
Number
Yeah, it looks
9. Oh, my
Gotta
goodness.
Catch them all.
Pop
Pokemon.
stacks. Pop stacks.
You guys have any idea how long they've been putting out Marvel Pops? This is number 9.
The Thing, people. The Thing. And this isn't just any old thing here.
This is an SDCC exclusive.
This is
The
a
Thing.
Funko. I love it. I'll go old fucking school here.
Is that previews
You
exclusive?
got a Funko exclusive San Diego Comic-Con 2011, 480 pieces.
There you go.
80 pieces.
gonna throw some gimmick infringement down.
480
Shut your
pieces, metallic, and it's a metallic Funko. I know you can't see it that well, but it's metallic and it's the blue. The eyes are actually blue.
I tell you what, ever loving blue-eyed thing. That one right there, legend.
4 figures. What do you think?
That one right there is a bad mother Funko.
Now, of course, the ever-loving blue-eyed thing all the way down 4 Yancey Street. They're rocking and rolling there in the Baxter Building right now, man. That's basically the new school Baxter Building is that Yancey Street place over there. But, they're having a good time, and I'm here to have a good rhyme. And I got something else to show you for my boy Carson and Kat and Annie Banks, too, because they're big fans of this next character, and it's my favorite DC character. And I actually used to not be a DC character. It used to be a Fawcett character.
It's still a Fawcett character.
Yes. Shazam.
Shazadam.
Gemini Collectibles exclusive, 240 pieces limited, the metallic Shazam. Here live, number 14. All of these on the back here, I actually have pre-ordered them, got them all, seen them all. And that bottom line there, the Shazam, the Green Arrow, Aquaman, that guy. I'm pretty sure I sent my other Shazam to my buddy Dutrank. I don't know if I still have a normal one or not. I'll have to go see it. I got this whole line. I'm never selling it. I love the DC, and this is the Shazam vinyl figure. DC. And then I said something all for Kat Wren. I know she's seen this before, but you never know what we have in store on the Comic Core. Big fan of horror movies, cult classics, B, C, campy, whatever. It's the place to be. Is here on Sunday night when Kat Wren and Annie Banks does some kick-ass movie reviews.
Yeah,
and
one
of the ones that they reviewed and talked about before is this one right here.
Ooh.
Who will survive and what will be left of them? The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
You don't actually watch that show, do you?
This just isn't the... Well, didn't we... I watched it off air. It was off air.
I really appreciate how much you hyped us up, so I will take that.
Hey, Annie,
maybe
have you not seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre yet?
Oh, we've seen it. We just haven't talked about it on Is It That Bad?
Oh, that's right.
We've talked about it. We've talked about it on the off airs more than a few times. Hashtag the Saw where it's at.
That's why I'm getting confused. But
some Leatherface.
This is him right
must
here.
Be sweet baby.
And it's not, I know the lighting kind of sucks, and it's just not the regular Leatherface.
It's the bloody faced variant of him.
It's the bloody face variant, exactly. He's blood splattered.
That's super cool.
And I feel like either I don't know what I don't want to go I don't want to go there. Carson knows what I was going to say, have the shakes. I don't want to go to that. I don't want to do a little joke that would make, fun of anyone that might be having that problem. But the thing about that, because I got a problem with my eye sometimes where it kind of shakes and stuff. But I don't want to get into that. That's not where we need to be. I was thinking about Jason Smith just moving crap in front of the camera where we couldn't see a damn thing. But this is the bloody chase variant. And it's one of that's my favorite horror character of all time. So the great thing about Funko Pops or anything that you collect that has come from pop culture or anything, I just love it because, I go back to this. Me and Carson, one of our favorite shows is this kick-ass show called Man in the High Castle. And what is so
such
cool,
a good show.
What is cool, that character, dang it, his name was, I'm trying to remember his name in the show, but he played Shang Tsung in the movie. We had him on Mainframe, Annie.
Mm-hmm. I know who you're talking about.
But yeah, when he got a glimpse of another alternate reality to where, USA was the kick-ass pop culture place it used to be, where he was standing in front of the baseball park, and it was all about the, hot dogs and popcorn, people walking their dog, balloons in the air, and people just didn't care. But that's one of me and Carson's favorite shows is Man in the High Castle. But that's just the coolest thing, and that's why we do collect. And Drew Manchu, you want to show some more items before we call it a night?
Look, I think that at this point, Darby Allin's up in the rafters. Look, it's been a great show. I want to address something in the chat, though. Nightwing69 says, "Bring on Ricky and Chris onto the show." This is a hashtag.
That would be awesome.
Hey, if that's trending on Twitter worldwide, we'll do it again.
Let's get that. Let's get that hashtagged. I mean, that'll be fun.
Yeah,
and then we can make it a big ass show for Ricky and Chris to be on.
I think I'd love to have Ricky and Chris back on the show. Another point, but we've been going live for over an hour at this point.
That's true.
And I think that it's not special if we do it all the time. So let's keep that a special thing. We'll definitely reach out and have some more people on the show for sure.
That's true as
Nintendo
well.
Power, Felix the cat.
Yeah.
Get the Felix graded, man. That's one of my dad's favorites.
I think if I was gonna get one grade, besides the first one, I might get this Mario Kart one grade. It's actually in really nice condition.
You're super pixelated right now.
They were beautiful. They were beautiful. And they still feel new and fresh, Carson.
You have a Sonic.
The Darkwing Duck has seen better days, but hey, it's
still cool though.
I mean, it's Darkwing Duck. That one had to see
you were
some.
A kid. You loved it, Carson. You read that thing?
Krusty's Funhouse poster.
There you go.
Still attached, fans.
Wow.
And it's still in the book.
Carson, those are beautiful. Do you need magazine Mylars, Carson?
I do have regular magazine boards, but I do not have magazine Mylars. I need to put my turtles and magazine Mylars actually.
Carson,
here you go, Cat.
I don't know if I have any actually. I actually have to order some myself, but Carson,
nice.
Oh,
all right, Julia.
Yeah, there he is. That train right.
I was talking about that today at work.
Dude, Wednesday Addams is my spirit animal.
Cat, she's getting her own show, right?
Yes, I'm excited about it.
Does it air on Thursdays?
I'm really looking forward to it.
Carson, where can we find you, my friend?
Nice smooth look at Addams
You can find me on, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Big thanks to my Instagram followers. I'm like one follower away from 500 over on Instagram.
Go ahead and follow him on Instagram.
219 on all those platforms. If my thumb ever decides to heal up, I'd like to play some Uncharted 4 again for you guys and get that live stream stuff back going. One day I'll do a live stream again on my channel.
Live streaming.
There you go.
And then special shout out to Legend and Drew, of course, and everybody who participated last Saturday in the claim sale we had. So
man, that was fun.
We had an awesome claim sale. So big thanks once again to everybody who came out for that and bought some books.
That's true. And Drew, real quick, I didn't get your socials, man. Where are you from? What's your @ symbol and your tagline?
I'm gonna search for the Drew Manchu, man. If you want to find me, where you can find me is in the war zone of Verdansk, because they just did a Call of Duty Warzone update, so I'm gonna be playing that.
Oh man, I bet you will be doing that. The boss Annie Banks, one of the best, man. We love you here on the Comic Core. One of the newest, freshest faces, and one of the best people I've ever met in the comic book community. Mean it from the bottom of my heart. I don't even want to start, tearing up because I don't. It'll just be get a little too emotional here. All right, but anyway, Annie Banks, where can they find you out there in the social media land?
You guys can find me here on Fridays and Sundays when I'm with my girl, Kat Run, and we're talking really bad movies that are actually pretty good. And then you can find me at Mainframe Comic Con. I am writing all of those news that you see. We're running the press. I'm working with some really cool people, including Drew Manchu. And then, Annie Banks across social media.
Oh, that is so freaking awesome. And the hostess with the mostest, one of the best, one of the ones that I feel like I coached along. And, she took after the legend and became even better than the
Such a
legend.
proud papa. Such
You know,
a
she's
proud
one of the best. And the guy sitting on the couch, cold chilling like a villain. He needs a vacation.
Is he
This
dead?
man works 70,
No,
80
he's
hour
there.
weeks. Man, he's working all these hard weeks at work with incompetent people that don't know how to do shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's basically true. And like he has to pick up the pace and run the place because his fucking employees are a disgrace. But god dang, I don't want to waste no more time on the rhyme. Cat Wren, where can they drop them dimes at?
All right, so you can find me here every Friday night and Sunday night, where, of course, I'm on with my two lovely co-hosts. I'm going to mention Mark because he gets upset when people don't mention him for Is It That Bad? And, of course, Annie Banks, my dear. This Sunday, we are going to actually be taking a look at Mark's selection, which I think Mark may actually beat both Annie and I in finding the worst film for Is It That Bad? I think he might actually take the cake. It is Dude Bro
I think
Party
he's taking the crown
Massacre 3. It was so hard
You
to
need
find.
to see the first two?
Annie and I almost gave up and
we were
watched
very close to
different
throwing
movie.
in the towel until
We were just
texted
gonna
me
watch
this
another one.
afternoon.
He found it in like 2 seconds. I've been looking all week, and I got so
Unbelievable.
mad I almost threw my phone at him.
Dude, bro, party massacre 3.
Hey guys, quick interruption. I know we were talking about Val Zod and Michael B. Jordan. If you were up to date with Boss Logic in his art, he just did an edit of Michael B. Jordan as Val Zod. Okay, Kat, continue.
Okay. Also, you can find me on the socials, Catrin Figures, and all that nonsense. You can also find this marvelous beast when he is live on the Instaham.
I'm also on Instagram on Mark BKR 90.
Yeah.
I also have my YouTube channel with 28 followers.
Oh yeah.
How much content you putting up, Mark?
Once every 5 years.
Once every 5 years. He's
Could
got
be
something.
indicative of your subscriber base, man. Just gonna say.
I'm just saying I got some pretty interesting stuff on there. It's been around for 16 years.
We're gonna see. We might be breaking out an old friend out of puppet rehab. Maybe.
Oh my goodness,
We'll
Lawrence.
That character. Well, fans, you know what?
Lawrence might be making a return.
Lawrence the Spider might be making a return on Mark BKR Behind the Bar with Cat Wren on Cat Wren Figures, and for Cat Wren, Mark BAK out. I love Mark BKR 90 and Drew Manchu, Seawood 19, and the boss Andy Banks. I'm the great legend saying peace out, God bless all across the land, because y'all fools need